back. We're back again. As soon as I turn off, like I closed out this OBS and Kerbal Space Program, like loading bar just shot through everything and loaded super fast. So I'm going to need to change this OBS. I'm at the next week, probably I'll sit down and fix things and get like everything set back up the way I used to have it. But for now, oh, real quick, I was doing shout outs. So Matt Lown, Scott Manley, and Veos. Creativity, especially going back to the early days of KSP, Veos is definitely someone to check out. Now, I want to wait. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine because I recovered everything without doing anything. All right. I want to see if I can just increase it just a little bit, just a little bit. Cochrane Mark II safe ship. So I'm going to let's see here. But I want that to house this guy. This guy is very important. I could put him sticking off the butt actually. And then okay, let's see what I can do about removing the science of this, or like moving the science of this around without making it look too dumb. See, if I stick this all the way out here, eventually, like that's too far out. I mean, I could do this. There we go. We clipped it in the first place anyways, so we'll clip it in now, and then it just sticks out a little bit without creating complete havoc. So that part's done. Now, I think we should be able to stick you and you. Actually, you can go like up here. You can go like up here. And then we can probably even get you. We're going to bring that up a little bit because it looks ridiculous. There we go. There we go. Now we've got our science on here without having to put it inside the container. We've got this on here to collect everything. Technically in space, our engineer should be able to pop out and reset this and this. So that's good. There's no engineer in this, so I don't know if do we need an engineer to reset it, or will just a Kerbal work? Who knows? But, I mean, somebody knows. That, however, should have done something for us. So wait. Put this on. Put that back on. And I'm looking at how many parts? I have 2 more parts. So, maybe. Maybe. Let's see. Let's get rid of you. And we'll pull you back out and set you on here. I don't know if this will work. I do know ooh, look at that. Right? Look at that. And then you, local, oh no. Let's twist it then. Yeah. Yeah, so all of them are in. Good. Yep, that's what I want. Ah, what's going on? That's a little off. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. I can feel it. It's just a feeling I've got. Something's about to happen. What's going on? Oh, stream elements. Nobody cares, stream elements. There we go. That looks, woo, this thing's going to move faster than I can probably control it. All right, so now we have quite a decent impulse drive on this super tiny vessel. Oh no, undo that. That's not what I wanted. This guy. I want you to go in. Stay right there. And you, come with me and go. Come on, come on. Get in your home. See, that's wrong. That's very, very wrong. Yeah, no, that's wrong. Because it's going to sit all weird. Hold on. No, no, no. What can I do? Because if I push that too far, I'm going to lose it. There. That's about as far as I can push it without losing it, I think. Oh. So close. So close. Yeah. Yeah. That's wrong. But maybe I can fix it. Yeah. It looks like slightly off. Yeah, see, what is that? There we go. That should be good. That should be good. All right, and then we got this guy back. That should be a good distance. Oh, this is gonna go very fast. We're gonna like to the point where we really got to check our. Okay, I mean, it should work. 30 out of 30. Let's test drive the Cochrane Mark II with a 3 docking port impulse drive. You know, guys, I didn't expect that the Cochrane Mark I was going to work, but this is getting a little ridiculous. Alrighty. Here we go. Full speed ahead. Close. I mean, we are moving. Oh, we are moving fast. We are moving super fast. Can I take off yet? No? No. It's because my wheels are so far behind my thing, but I'm well over 100 miles an hour. Come on, lift. Lift. Lift up. There we go. We are going upwards. Ooh. This may be the best version yet. Oh, still trying to go down, huh? I mean, I'm still increasing in speed and altitude. There we go. This should be the one. My only problem at this point is if I don't get high enough, I guess I could just like try to fly straight up. But don't get high enough, ow, then I could increase in speed too much and I would just burn up in the atmosphere. And then maneuvers in this small of a plane using this impulse drive is actually going to be quite difficult, especially without robotics to kind of have a better control over things. But we're going good. let's see here. Lights on, so you look cooler. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We're doing good. We're it looks like black almost instead of the white that it's supposed to be. 6,000 meters and rising. Pretty good takeoff past the island runway. Kind of hard to find, but right over right over there is your Cove launch pad. If you haven't found it yet, you can just sneak in there like with a boat. I think that's why we did it with a boat, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it is your Cove launch pad. See, like, there's free, and it does its snap thing. Orbital. Oh, wow. I didn't want to do that. Ah! Okay. Get back on course since I'm messing around with my views and I screwed ourselves up here. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Okay. What is going on? There's Chase. There's Locked. I don't know. I downloaded a new app and I don't know how to use it yet. So I'm going to have to, like, do a README on it and see if there's some information. Oh, see, that's not good. I'm kind of tapping out. Because as I try to increase at this point, oh no, I'm fine. There we go. It's interesting. The impulse drive, you actually, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the faster you're going, the more it helps. And the higher your altitude, the more it helps because the farther you are away from gravitational force that's fighting against it. So, much like on Star Trek Beyond, you kind of need terminal velocity before stabilizers can do anything. All right, we are increasing again. Probably drop down a little bit because of the warp, but I wanted to try and get moving on our path out of here. Because and we got to watch it because once this thing starts speeding up, it's going to start speeding up. This is going to be a slightly difficult vessel to control. With I was trying to do it with one so that we had just a slight bit of oomph, but the Kerbal engineers decided that more power was better. So this is what we're looking at now as the Cochrane. Dun, 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 dun. That, like, basic blue isn't enough. I need, like, good shots. I need... So this is our first, space plane. It's not as exciting or as pretty as I really wanted it to be, but as long as it works, I'm pretty sure that's what is important. We're increasing in speed quite rapidly now. I mean, we're still on warp, but we're increasing in speed quite rapidly, which is good. We're still increasing in altitude. I have no, like, I can't make, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't make maneuvers yet. I don't have maneuvers. So we're doing this all kind of old school by eye. Right now, I'm just slowly flying around the world at a really weird angle. But this is the impulse drives. Vital J Beam, what's up? Abuser? How am I abusing? Kind of the whole point of this like run through is that we're going to be using Kraken drives. If that's what you're talking about. Yes, there will be Kraken drives throughout this entire series. They will be utilized effectively to make very sci-fi ships that we can't quite actually make yet. I'm like at my apoapsis almost, so there's not much. There we go. Let's get some speed. Let's increase in some speed. I've got the need for speed. Are we still increasing in altitude? Good, good. No, we're not. See? You guys got to pay attention to this stuff. I'm not paying attention to this stuff. Oh, wow. Let's stop trying to adjust while we're... See, my prograde is way low. It's not going... So what's the challenge? It's not really challenge. It's about creating a series and a storyline and stuff like that. I'm not really doing the whole challenge part. It's not even working, so I don't know what you're worried about. It's about having fun, and we're going to go see all the monoliths and all of that stuff, but we're going to limit ourselves slightly by doing it in a career mode. And not being the best builder in the world. That's the challenge. Is I'm not, I say Veos and Matt Lown and Scott Manley, these are amazing players. I'm a casual player. So we're going to be doing some stuff that I normally couldn't do with regular because we're basically cheating a bit. But hopefully one day we come up with these kind of technologies in real life and can make interstellar navies and such like that, because that'd be really cool. It'd be really cool to be able to, like, even if it wasn't like interstellar navies, even if it was like Firefly status where it was just 5 or 6 people on a ship, that would be really cool. I would love that. Okay, so can we increase a little bit without losing our prograde? Because we're getting there. I mean, our speed is increasing. Altitude? Probably, yeah. Unfortunately, in reality, this will never happen. What makes you say that? I would argue against that wholeheartedly. Unfortunately, in reality, this will never happen. That's exactly what people said about, going to the moon in the first place. Technology that we don't understand literally cannot be understood. To say it will never happen is absolutely ridiculous. There's already technology out there that mimics Star Trek's warp drives. There's ion engines and stuff like that. So, advancing technology will make a lot of things possible. and a reality that we thought weren't in the past. Even something as small as like blank atom regeneration, or recreate, not regeneration, but blank atom like generation. If we could take warp drives and wormholes, I mean, well, a warp drive is possible. They're literally working on warp drive technology right now. That's 100% possible. But if you're talking about wormholes, now wormholes are completely theoretical, but only because we're running into like they're theoretical because we're running into an issue with the math that we have. So the math says they're possible. On paper, wormholes can be created and used to traverse vast distances. But when we try to do it in reality, there's too much feedback. There's an issue, and the math doesn't work out the way it's supposed to. And that leads me to believe that we don't have all of the part of the equation that we need to make it work correctly. Like, we're not accounting for multiverse theory, or we're not accounting for you can't do it within the web, or you can't do it within the dark matter web of the universe, because that will cause feedback. Some little part that we're just not seeing. What is going on? And that's leading us to the problems of not being able to accomplish it. This is taking forever. This is nowhere near the flight of the Phoenix that just blasted into space and like launched. But again, we're not doing the warp drive right now. We're just introducing the impulse engine in this series as it would be introduced and developed in technology, and using it to get us into orbit for the first time, instead of using a traditional kind of rocket to get us up there. And that's going to kind of be the whole point of this, is we're going to, instead of using traditional rockets and massive amounts of fuel to boost us, we're going to be using our impulse drives and our hyperdrives, and eventually our warp drive, to kind of accomplish the goals that we would with rockets. And many people are going to be like, oh, well, you're just making the game too easy. I'm actually kind of not, because just like right here, like I don't have complete control over these. Like I don't even have SAS on this thing, which is probably bad on my part, but I don't have complete control over everything. I can't do maneuvers, and I can't change my focus. I hate when I do that. I can't even do maneuvers yet, let alone control this very accurately. So I'm kind of still in the dark ages when it comes to Kerbal, or how to play Kerbal. I don't have the fancy, all the levels and all the abilities, but we're going to be progressing as if we found this pretty early on, and it will progress through the stages that normal space travel progresses through. So, should be fun. I think it'll be fun. If not, there are many, many other channels you can watch. And I hope you enjoy them. I hope you enjoy this one, because I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. The being early on. Oh, I should probably need to do that. Increasing to a pretty shitty orbit. We're gonna turn that off because I need to get much higher. See, let's go to the moon. I could, honestly, like you pointed out before, it has infinite delta V using it this way. But we have to take into account that the Kerbals themselves in this series, this is the first time they're doing this. This is the first time that they've made orbit. Speaking of which, have I not achieved orbit yet? Oh, I guess not. Let's I want to go out to a much higher. So so I can do this correctly. No SAS. That's okay. We can do this anyway. I mean, we have SAS, but no like easy cheater SAS. There we go. And we've achieved orbit. So we can kill this. That's pretty much what we were trying to do this time, was get into orbit with just start at. Oh, I know how to do it. What I'm trying to say is uh if you launched a vessel for the first time getting into orbit, you're not going to go straight to the moon. Like you wouldn't risk it. But so we're going to do this in kind of stages as it would progress, kind of storyline-ish. But this we did it. We have our first impulse drive uh space plane SSTO kind of thing. I have no idea if it's going to land, and that's going to be the hard part. Let me do science because I need science. Woohoo, look at that science. Studies in space near. So it's not going to be, it doesn't matter if I'm in space over a different biome, right? Unless maybe EVA it matters. I think EVA it matters, but not like this stuff. So we're only going to get these once anyways. Keep experiment and close doors. And under here, observe mystery goo. That's it. That's all the science. I may have done this science before, but it's different because like I'm in orbit. I don't want to reset. You can stay where you are. Log pressure data. Say, yeah, and I've done these in like near space, so they're not going to really do anything. But that 25 science should be pretty good. We'll keep it anyways. And let's do a crew report, see if that gives me anything. Five science. And I can't EVA yet because I haven't updated anything or like upgraded all my shit. I have a parachute on here just in case, but I think by the time we find out if we're going to land or not, it'll be a little too late. And we shouldn't need this. All right, we shouldn't need our impulse drive at all during landing if we plan it correctly. So let's see what we can do about planning it correctly. Ooh, it's going to be a little dark maybe. Okay, we're right there. We want to speed things up. I always use this as kind of a marker when I click into this relay station is when I want to start my descent. Oh, we're going to need it to descend. Doi. Okay, let's find retrograde. Whee! And we're going to, this is going to be quick, so we're going to actually do it kind of like this. And like this. And then let's take a look. Nope, nowhere near enough. Okay, let's do this for a lot longer. And you see, like, yes, it's an advantage that I don't have to use fuel, but obviously not the greatest advantage because I still, like, especially until I get robotics, I'll be using the impulse drives in kind of a weird manner. Oh, and I actually want to be going prograde now till we explode in the atmosphere, because that's probably going to happen. I have no idea how this is going to go. Did I lose? Oh, wow. Did I lose one or did I take off without one? You guys got to tell me. Like, I did this whole trip with only one front thingy. That's silly. That's just silly. Might make return a little bit. Hopefully it'll like burn up and return and even things out. All right, so that should be Start of the desert. Oh, come on, frame rates. I want to come in kind of out of that. I don't know how well that's going to work, but we'll see. I'm going to speed it up. As long as we're not using our Cochrane drive or... Oh, Jesus. Did it work? Oh, no. None of it worked. That went horribly. What just happened? What happened? I must have come in way too fast. This is kind of interesting, though. Jeb is happy too. Like, look at him down here. He's like, "Yeah, this will be fine." Oh, oh, that was catastrophe. Catastrophe. We got it halfway through its mission. What happened? Did I just come in like way too fast and it just overheated immediately? No, see, like, why was that one gone? When I got into space, this winglet was gone. I don't know. I don't know. I might end up having to make a bigger vessel, but like I'm at 30 already, and maybe it broke off when Chad came out of the cockpit, but I never took him out of the cockpit. I don't know. It's a working-ish concept. I could probably fly around Kerbin just fine. See if this thing can even land. Let's do some more testing. Damn you, Jeb. Stop breaking stuff. Yeah, no. Just some design tips, and I covered this in other like planes that I made. These wheels, so wherever your rear, whatever these called, elevons or ailerons, whatever they are, whatever's going to lift your plane, whatever's going to move to lift your plane, flap to lift your plane. If it's in front of this, then it will almost never be able to like just straight lift off. You'll run into issues almost every time. So you want the wheels in front of that, but we're kind of, I'm just gonna set it at 115. See if that's like a reasonable terrestrial speed, or if that's gonna move me into supersonic. I'm still moving very fast, almost faster than before. Yeah, see, I will never lift off because of how far back my wheels are. And that's just, we have limited resources. I went for the rockets first, and I shouldn't have, but we can make a impulse rocket as well. I want to be able to land it. You know, that's the big thing is like Vital J Beam was saying, like, yeah, it's all good and well that you have the vessel and it flies, but like, ooh, can you land it? Will it land, you know? Test it on the island? All right, let's go for a test flight on the island. Look at those level 1 buildings. Like, I have played, oh no, Sandbox for so long. I am not used to those level 1 buildings. That's the other thing. Like, okay, so the docking port Cochrane drive, is very different propulsion than like a normal thrust, because it's not actually pushing you at all. It's pulling you. This part is trying to reach this part. So it's pulling all of this part of the vessel. It's trying to move it and pull it closer. So your thrust is actually in a pull motion, not a push. This has actually been tested, or was looking into being tested, since the 1940s. It Germans were working on some sort of spinning device that, especially for, I think it was meant for hydraulics, like in the water, but as it spun, it pulled the water in front of it into it and uh, dispersed it out. But it was the pull that made everything work, not a push like we're used to. So I just thought that was cool. Thought it was a good. By the way, this parachute is the worst, like, ejection or safety protocol ever, because when everything went to shit, because it went to shit pretty quick. I put those underneath. Those are probably what exploded. Like, I can't be using science as a heat shield. That's never gonna work. What was I thinking? Anyways, see, like, even at full power, while we're flying, it's only going about 195 meters per second, which is a decent flight speed for a little tyke like this. Yeah, that the mystery go, like, exploded and separated my capsule, and just everything went to par. Everything fell apart after that. All right, so coming in, but 190 is not the, like, it's not the fastest speed in the world. So if I cut my engine right now, I don't know if I could glide all the way there. So I'm gonna kind of ride it a little bit longer. Benefit of impulse drives: absolutely silent. There's no loud, high-pitched noise from, like, conventional aerial vessels. Probably get this under control before we crash and burn. All right, we're coming in pretty good now. I want to, oh God, this is going to be so annoying. Need action groups. Close. Gliding. Material lab also burns out very quickly. F5? What does F5 do? I don't even want to know right now. What does F5 do? Now I'm going to... Oh, quick save. That's not a bad idea. Thank you. I should have known that. It's late. I'm tired. Ooh, and I'm losing speed quickly. Kind of worried about that. I am... Oh, this is going to be interesting. So give me a little bit of force, just to get, like, to the runway. Need more speed. Oh, this is not boding well. All right, kill that. Close that. Pull up. We will land this. It will be successful. Watch it all crash, like, right at the last second. This is actually... Ooh, 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 ooh. That was a rough landing, but that's okay. Jeb's okay. We did it. Let's carefully try to park it. Yeah. We have done it. So it does land. Doesn't glide necessarily well, but it does land. And then, wait, I got this. I got this. Ready, guys? Poof. Yeah. Beautiful. Perfect landing. Perfectly excessive and unnecessary landing. The brakes would have stopped me. All right, so it does land. That was kind of what we wanted to see. And during this test flight, I realized this is probably the cause of the explosions on re-entry. So that worked. And I should be able to, yeah, I can EVA. I wanted to do. Oh, I can fit underneath the wings still? Yeah. Maybe that's something I'll do. I'll set the wings lower because I had them lower before. Just repack chute. Oh, crew member insufficient. Okay, so okay. I get you. I'm smelling what you're stepping in. Material study can. Take science. Don't I have science? I'm trying to get back inside. Do I have science here? I don't know if I did it. So that you might be right. Let's conduct material studies. No, see? Thank you, Vital J Beam. I completely forgot. Science. And then crew report, science. And then, are there like biomes around here? Because I know there's biomes. There was biomes at the cove. Observe mystery goo. Science. Log. And log. Keep all experiments. And then I'm going to do this. Collect all. So see, now that I've done that, can curve restore? Only scientists. So I would need, okay. So I can't do it like that. Board. Close. Engineers to do this, science to do that. Okay. Well, do we just recover or do we try and fly it back? Hey, look at that. I can just drive it. Whee! Recover. Yeah, because I don't want to crash it and I can't repack my chute to save myself. That chute did nothing. It did absolutely nothing. Look, guys, it's the world's most expensive car. All right. We will. Oh, wait. We have to be stopped to recover. We will recover vessel, which, I mean, technically we can say is real because we're at one of our launch sites. We should be able to recover from one of our launch sites. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. But that was a successful flight of the first Cochrane, which is, well, not successful, but it's successful. Big air quotes that you guys can't see. We got 40 science. No, we got 18 science. We have 40 science total, which is nothing in the grand scheme of things. That's why we need to go into orbit. And then parts. We've recovered. We're still at like 72, so that's good. And then Jebediah got any experience? No. No experience. No experience. All right. I am running out of time. So we're going to do one more thing before we go. And it's not too much. We're going to go back to conventional engines for a second. I had I had it here. Where? Oh, that really grinds my gears. Let's do it with this Stinger drone. Load. Yeah, let's make this guy. I want to make him a little bit sciencey, so he can do science stuff. Because how many parts are we at? We're at 27 parts, so 26. This guy flies incredible. Oh, one thing I wanted to do was move these to like there ish. Ooh, yeah, put them right there, like that. I think that'll control things better. And I just want those. I don't need many. I don't need 4. I just want those 2 to sit right like that. Because this thing is going to be flying. What's up? Do you have Breaking Ground DLC? Yes, I should have all of the available DLCs. I have everything. Um, and that's one of the reasons. Like I did some of the Easter eggs back in the day. Like I've been playing Kerbal Space Program for about 7.5 years. Not well. I'm not saying that I've been a pro at it, but I'll get on here. Like over this last 7 years, I'll get on every couple of months or so, do a couple of missions to like Duna or Eve, maybe set up a space station or something like that. But I've never done it consistently to the point where I've never visited all the planets. I've never seen all the Easter eggs, especially all the Easter eggs that they've added. I've I've built a bunch of cool ships. I did a lot of that, so I'm going to be doing a lot of that on here too, like sci-fi looking or homage ships where when I have all of the real parts, I can really do what I need to, like to make it look good, or like the Enterprise or whatever I've decided to do. So that's the thing. Science. I can put some science on here, but it's really not going to be much because I don't. This thing's not really big enough to hold the Science Junior. The Science Junior is huge, unless I made it like the center fuselage, and that would actually kind of look cool. I'm not going to mess with that right now. Right now, we are going sightseeing, and this, and just in case we land in a spot or come to a area that I haven't been before, we will see if we can get some science. If not, we'll probably just recover this guy after a couple of flying around for a little bit because I want to go explore. Something. See, I put them on the underneath on this guy too, and I don't like that. I want this guy. I want you gone. I want you gone. You can fly over mountains. Is there a piece of desert on the west coast? Well, to answer your question, maybe I'd have to look. A piece of desert on the west coast of the continent that I'm on currently. Or I know there's a desert on the other continent, but I know we are on the east coast of this continent. So I think I know what you're looking for. We can go. Let's see if we can fly out there super, super quick. This guy's pretty good. Yeah, let's head over. We'll head over that way and see if we can't find what I think you're sending us to. Because that's part of this series as well, is finding all of those. Alrighty, the Stinger drone is locked. Ready. There is a piece of desert on this continent too. Okay. Now this guy, there's no messing around with the old school high pitched. This guy flies, and he flies fast. So we're going to be heading west. I do know, though, if I fly this guy too fast with warp, I think I can get 2 warp out of it. So, like, that works. Whoa. Hold on. See, like, even at 2 warp, this guy's really jumpy. Not quite. I don't know if it's aerodynamic enough or what to reach supersonic speeds, but it gets close. Might be able to increase it with a couple more engines, but I don't think it needs it. Even at right now, if I fly too fast, if I catch the wind the wrong way, it'll just send this thing sideways. Maybe not now with my new, whatever those are called, but stabilizers being farther out. Because before I had them right here, and this thing would just sideways turn on me. Now it seems to be doing pretty good. Not bad for 1 minute and 41 seconds into the flight all this way. Now, I know I have found a long time ago, I haven't done it in a while, but I have found a Easter egg in these mountains before, but it's super hard to get to, and the only way I ended up getting to it was I launched a rocket, kind of forced it to go this way, and just landed above the anomaly, because the anomaly is actually right on this cliff, I think. It's either this cliff or that cliff. Landed above the anomaly and rolled down to it, and that was because it's actually kind of hard to get up this cliff. What are my frame rates doing? I don't think the mountain is made out of like multiple items. Why is it acting like it is? Might be down in there too. Is where the anomaly is. One of those things. But we are over the mountains now. I think there's an anomaly out here too. Like in this jumble somewhere. Not exactly sure where. We'll get to that though. I've specifically installed ScanSat. There is now stock ways of finding the anomalies, but as you can see, I should be flying pretty close to one, and I'm not finding it. So, especially in career, these stock scans, CurbNet access, aren't exactly the best. So, and I don't exactly know how to work them. So, what I'm trying to say though is that the question mark will not always show up using just CurbNet access or just the stock model. So, I went ahead, I got the ScanSat. It has definite devices that are designed. Oh, there it is. I think that's what we're heading towards. No, that's a little lake. We're heading over there to that desert. The ScanSat is specifically designed to pick up on the anomalies way better and way more reliably. So once we start getting that in the tech tree, we can start figuring stuff out. Like where exactly the anomalies are and get to them better. I'm sorry, guys. I need something to drink, and I have nothing. I have no more liquids. But I am not going to be on for too much longer. It's getting to 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm usually in bed now because I wake up for work at like 5:30. I'm usually in bed now by like midnight. But I don't know. The stream was going good, and it was we were trying to get it up into space. We got it up into space. We just didn't get back down, but it can land. So it's just like the from space back into Earth. That's what we got to work on fixing. This thing can pull some G's. Like I just got like 5 G's on that turn right there. That's not bad. Still decreasing in altitude, but we are heading towards the desert, right? This is the correct desert? I think so. With these things whipping off of it, like with the wind whipping off it, it kind of looks like a very Kerbal Ghetto Milano from Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not. It just looked like that for a second or two. But like, so the reason we want to be using the impulse drives and the hyper drives and stuff is one, I don't want to be taking 2 to 3 year, 4 year trips to go out somewhere. It's it's not realistic for a playthrough because I should be doing other things. Like I should launch a ship, and then during that 2 years, my space thing, instead of like launching a ship, taking it to Lathe, landing it, and making everything happen, because that's not how a space program would really work. Multiple missions would be taking place simultaneously to fill the in between gaps. So what I do, and people, especially with Kerbal Alarm Clock, have become very good at this, but it's kind of slow to do it that way for a series. You kind of want to see the entire mission play out. So adding the impulse drives and the hyper drives, it allows us to do that a lot more. But it'll also, like I said, allow us to make the big sci-fi like ships. Like we'll definitely be seeing I'm not going to say it's an exact replica of any of the Star Trek. Like you're not going to see the Enterprise or something like that, but you'll see a Enterprise or Star Trek inspired ship on this channel and stuff of that nature. You'll see. Now we might do battleships, although I'm more inclined to like, I guess, the Star Trek realm where it's more like exploratory ships with defenses than warships and battleships of that nature. Woohoo! You wanted us to go here, but I'm not exactly sure where I'm supposed to be going. Yeah, no, it should be fun. I have in my own time built like Star Trek replicas and stuff like that. Although I've just started playing around with the weapon system, especially with the fireworks as weapon systems to make them look like phasers and stuff like that. And I've made missiles and all of that good stuff. I've just never really streamed it. This was always a game that I kind of just played for fun instead of a stream. But just like I said on my first stream, Scott Manley suggested an idea for an overall game of KSP, like a storyline that we're supposed to be following, and it's all based around the monoliths. So drawing from a bunch of 1990s and on sci-fi and some older ones like the old 80s, Buck Rogers and stuff like that. The original Battlestar Galactica before, the newer one. Drawing from all of those, I am piecing together a storyline that involves finding the monoliths and what that will do for us moving forward. All right, we're here. I have no idea. I was asked to fly over the mountains to the desert on the West Coast. So we're here on the desert on the West Coast. I have no idea what we're supposed to be looking for, but there is something here. I'm not sure of it. Where are you going, Raider Lake? Raider Laker. Aren't those two different teams? Not that I'm joshing. I don't really like hate on any team. We're coming up at half fuel too, so we're gonna get a little bit of altitude and glide. It's one of the things that I do like trying to do. I don't know. I don't know either. I don't follow teams and stuff like that. I'm way more addicted to this. The Raiders and the Lakers. Yeah, see, I knew. I had ideas. One thing I like to do with my planes, especially, is I want them to have a pretty decent cross section. So, like, I want to be able to cut off my engine and glide for as long as I mean, feasibly can without running out of too much. Land near lakes on yellow land. Those lakes in front of me? Or no, no. Those seem like the yellow lakes. So, all right. Going with LJ Vital J beams front. Okay, yeah. Advice: we cut our engines at a good time. I don't know how a takeoff is going to go, but see what we can do about a landing. And see what's over here. It's so weird. Sometimes pixels just come up weird. Like I'm seeing a pixelated thing here, but I don't know what it is. It could be something. So small. So small. What are bits used for? What bits? Or channel points? Oh, so right now I don't think I have anything under the channel points except for like, oh, you can make me Athen Pog, which you can't even really here. Athen Pogging. Ah, don't have time for that mess up. Athen Pogging will look something like that. Don't crash, don't crash. Okay. Yeah, Athen Pogging would look something like that, but I don't do video anymore, so I don't know if you can really do that. I'm going to have to update the channel points. All right, I'm coming in and my frame rates are just dying. It was from back when I streamed back in the day. You could pay channel points to make me make that face. And it wasn't incredibly like great or anything like that. I have to work on the channel points. I have to work on the channel in general. Like I said, the OBS isn't working the way it's supposed to. The alerts aren't really doing what they're supposed to. All right, I don't really want to land until I know where I'm landing, so I'm going to do like a low flyover and see if I can get whatever we're here for to spawn in. Try a low, slow flyover. Jesus. Something important? No. Nothing important. Maybe one day. I'll come up with something important. Maybe like donate enough, then I'll donate to a charity or something like that. I will be doing charity streams. I am very charity driven. I was talking before about Apis Sanctum. They're not really a charity. They're more of a non-profit. Why am I landing over here, bro? Am I like missing something? Did I miss it? I don't want to like get out and have to run an entire lake. I see you changed your engine drive from the Kraken drive to a regular. Yeah. Yeah, this one is just like a drone that I made on one of my episodes for like the purpose of exploration and looking around and finding things. It was actually by accident. If you watch that episode, you'll see I was trying to make craft that wouldn't work. Ooh, what is that? Is that just a tree or cactus or something? I was trying to make craft that wouldn't work, and I ended up making this one like slapstick silly quick, and it worked great. And I was like, oh, well, never mind. Xbox to PC, yeah, because PC is better. PC Master Race. No offense to people who can't do that, but I switched away from console quite some time ago because certain games were just ridiculous. So yeah, I don't know what we're looking for out here, or if you just wanted me to like land here and get more science. That's a complete possibility too. Let's see if we can land and get some science. This has definitely got to be another biome. That's probably why what he was talking about. He, she. I don't know who you are, but it's probably what Vital J Beam was talking about. I thought there might be an anomaly here, but he's probably just trying to get me some more science without having to like go too far. Whee! Not exactly crazy about this landing. I don't even have like none of this looks good for a landing. I've landed in Microsoft Flight Simulator, kind of like this once. You can do it. Soft landing. Think soft. Think like butterflies and baby kisses. And no, that happened the last time I tried to land it on uneven ground. Ooh. Okay, let's see here. There it is. Welp, guys. That's how that ended up. No, but that little drone is good for flying around and exploring and finding some things. Is that a monolith? Yeah, sure. It's a. No, wait, what? Is there another monolith? Did you see something? It's a cactus. I think they're all cactuses. Yeah, they're all just little cactuses. Whee! I saw another thing. Do we see another thing? That's a cactus. That's a cactus. Oh, come on. I was looking around. What are you doing? Close you for right now. Cactus. 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 Oh, there's no anomalies here? Okay, that makes sense. Cactuses. The cactuses can be anomalies. Well, we flew the entire continent, which was in not too long of time. So, yeah, it is a neat little drone for exploration purposes. That one's fun. Flies good, but all right, guys, I'm actually going to. Oh man, I'm no longer staring at my cactus. Yeah, like an old west aesthetic. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. It is late here, and I've been streaming for about like I don't know 2 hours or something like that. No, absolutely. Thank you guys for joining me. I have a blast playing this with you, and I can only see it getting better as you guys help me come up with designs and try and fix my designs and see where we can go. I want to eventually do some colonization stuff, some exploration, some ridiculousness. But thank you guys once again. I'm Ethan Scott. I will be back. I don't know about tomorrow, but maybe the next day. And definitely, probably a lot next week. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Raider Laker. And thank you for the follow earlier. I replayed. I don't know if you saw that. I'm going to do it again. I replayed it at the beginning, but let's do it one more time. Yeah, Raider Laker followed me earlier. So thank you so much for that. You guys are awesome. And I will catch you guys, on the flip side. So take it easy. Bye bye.